We are live. Hello, hello, hello to the UK Crime Book Club members. Welcome to the UK Crime Book Club Pub Quiz. Just not in a pub. We'll do the usual thing now where we sort of wait, let everyone appear in the room. At the moment, I feel like I'm talking to the void. I'm just trying to see if the video appears on my Facebook screen so I can keep up with everyone's chat. Once I've found that, I'll be happy. So let's get everyone in the room and take it easy. That video will be appearing soon, I'm sure. How are we all? If you can already see the video, do let me know how we're doing. Let me know who's in here this evening. It's always good to know who we're talking to. Is that one coming up? That one, no. Let's try that one. Let's try just that one. Hopefully we've got a nice easy quiz for you all tonight. Definitely taking back on board some of the feedback and some of the questions are definitely a little bit easier. Although I'm going to apologise in advance for round 6 because I feel that might not be that easy. So yeah, sorry about that. But rounds 1 to 5, they start really easy, get progressively harder. That's got to be the right way to do it. I still can't see myself on Facebook. So I'm just going to keep refreshing until I see myself, and I fear that I'm not just chatting into the void. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? I'll be around somewhere in a moment, I'm sure. Let's see if I can make that work. UK Crime. I'm sure I'll be here in a moment. How are we all? Remember, pub quiz. It's just for fun. There's no prizes except for your own pride. So all we need is a pen and a paper to play along with us tonight. We'll be marking our own answers at the end of it. And yeah, we're looking to see, just to have a good time. You don't have to get a great score. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll know all the answers anyway. We shall see. I still can't see myself yet. Can you see me? There we go. There I am. There I was. I'm gone again. There we are. Yes, I can see me. Hi, Caroline. Let's pop this up on full screen. We've got 4 people in the room. Perfect. So let's give everyone a few minutes to get in. Chat amongst yourselves. I've got my drink. You don't have to have a drink, of course, but sometimes I feel that having a drink will help you listen to me. So we'll wait for a few more people to join us. Do say hello when you get in. Always nice to know who's there. Hi, Sam. Sam's in the room. We've gone down from 4 to 3. What did I say? What did I say? Yes. 2 or 3 more minutes and we'll get started. Let's let everyone get settled in. Round 1 tonight will be crime literature, which I always feel is a good choice to use in the UK Crime Book Club Pub Quiz. Crime literature. Surely it's what brought us all together. So we'll just wait for a few more people to get in before we start that. There'll be 5 questions in each round, 6 rounds, 30 questions in total. I don't think there's any bonus points this time. So sometimes I've given like 2 points for an answer. Not this time, just the 1 in each one. So it's a total of 30. Will anyone get 30 out of 30? Who knows? Hi, Susan. Yeah, I hope it's easier than the last one. I'm hoping not to bomb anyone out this time or bum anyone out or whatever. We're hoping that there's that nice mix between learning things and knowing things, feeling good about yourself, and also picking up a little bit on the way. I'm just going to click this here. Come join the quiz. Share that video and we shall get started in, let's say, 1 more minute at 5 minutes past, because of course everyone can do the quiz at any point and any time. You just start watching the video from the beginning. So we shall get cracking very, very shortly. And just tweet that. There we go. That's a bit better. Right then. It's nearly 5 past. Have we all got pens and paper ready? Then, ladies and gentlemen, I shall begin. This is round 1, crime literature. Question 1, round 1. What is the name of the author that will be taking over the Jack Reacher series from Lee Child? I did promise you they were easy. Come on. This one, everyone should know this one. Really? Lee, of course, did a live chat with us here at the UK Crime Book Club not so long ago, which was fantastic. One of the absolute modern greats in this group. I think that's just a testament to the job done by the moderators and the people who've organised this group. That's quite incredible access. So, wow, thank you for that. It was great to hear from the man himself. Man who no doubt inspired me to pick up the pen and start doing my own books. And I'm sure many other people in this group can say the same. So, yeah. Question 1 again. What is the name of the author who's taking over the writing of the Jack Reacher series from Lee Child? There we go. That's question 1. On to question 2. Which iconic author announced a new book called Later to be released in 2001, which follows a young boy with supernatural powers trying to stop a killer from beyond the grave? That's question 2 for you today. Again, an iconic author. One of the modern greats. Question 2, for those of you who did not get it the first time. Which iconic author announced a new book called Later to be released in 2021, which features a young boy with supernatural powers trying to stop a killer from beyond the grave? Well, there's a lot of clues in there if you're struggling to give you an educated guess at who that could be. And we're going to go with question number 3. There you go. You don't know. Oh, Caroline. It's there. It's in the back of your mind, Caroline. I can assure you. It'll just pop out in a minute. Oh, of course it is. Question 3 then. The Crime Writers. I did a bit of a Jonathan Ross there. The Crime Writers Association announced the shortlist for its awards this month. But by which name are they better known? I'm going to pop my teeth in before I repeat that question because I had a right struggle there, didn't I? Why with it? So, one more time for question 3, shall we? The Crime Writers Association announced the shortlist for its awards this month. But by which name are those awards better known? Very famous awards. And some good nominations. November Road, I think, has been nominated for 2 categories. What else is he? Abe Mukherjee is in 2 categories as well. Who else was in there? Oh. No, it's gone. I can think of the book, but I can't. And it's written by a gal. What's it called? Oh, it's gone. Anyway, some good. Obviously, they're all good because they've made it to the shortlist of that award. A very prestigious set of awards as well. Question 4 then. Which writing team, featuring an established thriller author and a former US president, announced their 2nd book earlier this year? I can't imagine there are many writing teams with that makeup. Maybe there are. Maybe there's more than one. There's definitely one. And they've announced their 2nd book. Sid Moore is up for a short story award in that. Excellent. Oh, I did not know that. Do we have a UK Crime Book Club awards? We should have. That would be the one, wouldn't it? Voted for by the members of the group. Hey, you can't get much more prestigious than that. So round 1, question 4 again. Which writing team, featuring an established thriller writer and a former US president, announced their 2nd book earlier this year? What would we call a UK Crime Book Club award? What would be the snappy little title for it? Something to think about. Unless we already do it. Does the group already do it? Have I missed it? Where was my info? Where was my nomination? If we don't, who knows? And the last question in round 1, flying through. What is the name in the first book of the Rebus series by Ian Rankin? Actually, round 1 all done. I will repeat that last question again very shortly. All the questions will be popping up in the chat. So if you're missing anything and want to catch up, do so. Sorry, Cal. I'm throwing all this work on you, aren't I? Yeah, you do a lot of work. That's true. The worst thing about me is the scope of my ambition. It does not match the realms of reality sometimes. So question 5, what is the name of the first book in the Rebus series by Ian Rankin? And that is round 1, all done. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope that was a little bit better, a little bit easier. I just think that we could have it once all this COVID nonsense, so we could have it in a nice bar or something somewhere, get everyone together, do a big presentation. Be good. Yeah, it's a lot of work, isn't it? It's a lot of work. Shut up, Ben. Shall I just move on to round 2 before I end up booking a venue? Round 2 is TV. And haven't we had all for the year? All for the year, maybe we did. Round 2 then, TV. The Thin Blue Line was a British police comedy show which ran in 1995 and 1996, written, of course, by Ben Elton. But who starred as the lead role of Inspector Raymond Fowler? I remember watching this. It does not feel like 25 years ago. But it is, apparently, but it is. It wasn't a UKTV gold repeat or anything. No, I remember watching it when it first came out, yes. So, one more time on round 2, question 1. The Thin Blue Line was a British comedy series that ran in 1995 and 1996, written by Ben Elton, but who played the lead role of of Inspector Raymond Fowler, not Chief Inspector, Inspector. And he's the author of the month, and then year. Question 2 in television. Sticking with British policing, but slightly different tact. Which long-running British documentary focusing predominantly on road policing units first aired in 2003 and is now on its 20th series, having made the switch from BBC to Channel 5 in 2016? So I'll ask that one again because it was a little bit long-winded. Which long-running British documentary series focusing on road policing units first aired in 2003 and is now on series 20, having made the switch from the BBC to Channel 5 back in 2016? That's that one. I could offer a bonus point on that question, but I'm not going to. Question 3 in television. Jack Bauer, the star of US real-time drama 24, spent most of the series, not all of it, working with or alongside which fictional US government agency? Anyone who's seen that show will know. I have seen it many a time. I'm currently dragging the wife through the whole lot because I heard a rumour that they were going to make a new series. So yes, she's now being forced to watch every single episode of 24. Forced. She's going to love every second of it. What a show. Oh, yeah, you miss so much. Not having a TV licence. There's a whole round where I'm absolutely excluding you there, Caroline. I apologise. I didn't know that. That makes me feel bad. So Jack Bauer, the star of the US real-time drama 24, spent most of the series working alongside or actually for which fictional US government agency? That's question 3. Yeah, this whole round is a bit, yeah. I've let you down there, Caroline. I apologise. I didn't realise. I've got an idea for next month's quiz. If you like me back, I'm going to do a theme, and it won't be like TV and stuff. It'll be, what's the theme? It'll work if I can work out the questions. Right, question 4 in round 2. The Night Of was an American version of British series Criminal Justice. But which American actor was originally slated to play lawyer John Stone? Bit of a tricky one there. I think that's the first real doozy of the quiz tonight. We shall do that one more time, shall we? Question 4. The Night Of was an American version of the British series Criminal Justice. But which American actor was originally slated to play the lawyer John Stone? Not John Stones, the Manchester City footballer. John Stone, the lawyer. Great show. Excellent. I've never seen the British version, which stars Ben Whishaw as in the first series anyway, as the young chap who is accused of murder. But the American version was excellent. And question 5 in television. That is why, yeah, see, I try and balance the two, watching TV and reading, and that's, yeah, I never watch as much TV as I'd like, and I never read as much as I'd like. But I couldn't get rid of one of them, unfortunately. Let me get rid of the wife. No, she didn't hear. We're safe. Question 5. Albert Dryden killed Harry Collinson during a BBC News segment in 1991 over a dispute over what? Or regarding what, should I say, rather than saying over twice. That's the last question, round 2 TV. And questions will be popping up in a moment, but I will repeat question 5 one last time. Albert Dryden killed Harry Collinson on a BBC News segment in 1991. Through this. Over a dispute regarding what? Questions an hour. Thanks, Sam. And that's round 2 in the bag. Moving on to round 3, music. Hopefully we can bring Caroline back into the fold on this one.
Hello, sorry I'm sat in darkness. Bear with us for a moment. We're just trying to get Ben back online. I do apologise. I'm sat looking like I'm in the witching hour with no light on. Sent Ben a message just to let him know that he's frozen on our screen, so do bear with us because he will be sorting that out now. I'm hoping you're all doing better than I in the quiz at the moment because I am terrible. Cannot think for the life of me the answer to the fictional agency that Jack Bauer works for. Not a clue. Can't think at all. So hopefully Ben's just refreshing his browser because he is the man who is quite literally able to sit and talk to nobody for a while. Let's
You
hope he's
listening to me,
about to
Sam?
come back in. Hello,
Yeah, right.
I'm going to leave you.
Hand it over there to Sam from home. Sorry about all that. I don't know what happened there. Well, I do know what happened. I wasn't connected to my Wi-Fi and I've absolutely drained my data. So I had to quickly connect back to the Wi-Fi and refresh, and here I am. You didn't miss anything. Round 3 is music. And it's a nice, easy question to begin, I hope. I Thought the Law is a song by which band? And if you're not earworming it right now, what's gone wrong there? I thought the law. Oh, I'm going to sing. Told you, earworm. Straight in. I don't think my impression would have helped anyone with it. So question 1 in round 3 again, music. I Thought the Law is a song by which band? Nice and easy one, isn't it? That one, yeah. Question 2 then. You don't need much time on that one. Question 2. Released in January 2020, Music to Be Murdered By is the 11th album by which often controversial rapper? Let's do that question again. Question 2. Released in January 2020, Music to Be Murdered By is the 11th album by which often controversial rapper? That's a really good point, Caroline. You get a point for any of them. You get a point for any of them. Right then, question 3. One of my slightly trickier ones, yes, I'm sorry. Johnny Cash, very famous for his prison concerts, obviously. And he did a little bit of time in jail himself, but he stayed in Starkville City Jail, which prompted him to write a song called Starkville City Jail, was a result of which crime? So that's Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash then, question 3 again. Johnny Cash was famed for his prison concerts, but he also spent a little bit of time inside himself. He stayed in Starkville City Jail, which prompted him to write the song Starkville City Jail, original, was a result of which crime? Question 4. What was the name of the Lost Prophets lead singer convicted of a slew of child sex offences in 2013? question 4. I will accept any derogatory names you want to throw at him. That's question 4 again. What was the name of the Lost Prophets lead singer convicted of a slew of child sexual offences in 2013? Ah, come on, Sam, I'm sure you're doing well. We haven't even got to the answers yet. It never goes badly until you get to the answers. And then question 5 in music. Eric Clapton famously recorded Layla with Derek and the Dominoes. That's right, is it? Yeah. So Eric Clapton famously recorded Layla with Derek and the Dominoes. But one of the band members, Jim Gordon, went on to later kill his own mother. Now, what instrument did Jim play? Was it A, the drums, B, the bass, C, the keyboard? Two on lit, none on TV. Well, if you haven't got a license, yeah, that's understandable, Caroline. And 2 on music so far. Well, we'd only had 4 questions by that point. So not bad. And this one, 1 in 3 chance. So that question again. Eric Clapton recorded Layla with Derek and the Dominoes. But one member of the Derek and the Dominoes, Jim Gordon, killed his own, later went on to kill his own mother. What instrument did Jim play? Was it A, the drums, B, the bass, or C, the guitar? Not the guitar, Ben. The keyboard. There you go. It clearly wasn't C because I can't even remember what C was. So you've got it down to the drums or the bass. That was music. That was music. And after that embarrassing moment there where I got the question wrong, I'm just going to quickly refresh my beverage. I haven't gone away. I wasn't refreshing the browser again. Refreshing beverage that time. Oh dear. Everyone having fun? Yeah, good. Round 4. I can almost hear the cheers from here. It's sport. Yes, sport. So for some, it was like murder and torture. I used to hate playing rugby. That was the game, the sport that I hated. I love all sorts of sport. I'm not good at anything. I'm terrible. But when I played rugby at school, I was about 4 foot wet through. 4 foot tall, 4 stone wet through. I looked a bit like a chupa chup, and I couldn't run very fast either. So every time I got the ball, I was just target practice. I hated rugby. I quite like rough and tumble sports normally, but that one, no, it just bottled me. So are any of these on Netflix? I'm just looking through. One, maybe 2. One of them's definitely been on. Was it on Netflix or Amazon or Sky? It's been on one of the streaming services because I've watched the documentary about it. So, and the other one, you definitely got to know because everyone knows that one. There's a couple of easy ones. Trick ones. We'll start this one. I think you can make an educated guess at. Bruno Fernandes das Torres de Souza was a goalkeeper who also arranged for the killing of his ex-girlfriend. But in which country was he born and did he ply his trade? Same country. Educated guess time, guys. And I apologise to well, I don't apologise because he's a murderer. But if I've messed up Bruno Fernandes de Souza's name, well, shouldn't have killed you, Missy, should you, mate? To be honest, and then I wouldn't be here butchering your name. So very little sympathy there, actually. Should we try that question again? Question 1 in round 4, sport. Bruno Fernandes das Torres de Souza was a goalkeeper who also arranged the killing of his ex-girlfriend. But in which country was he born and did he ply his trade? Same country. So just one country I'm looking for, just in case that's a little confusing. And then question 2. After you've had an educated guess at question 1. The South African athlete who murdered his girlfriend in a shooting at their home and had the nickname Blade Runner is better known as who? His real name, basically. Probably should have said he has the real name, or he's not better known. Yeah, well. I mean, come on. We all know that one. So again, question 2. The South African athlete who murdered his girlfriend in a shooting at their home and had the nickname Blade Runner is better known as who? Has the real name of who? You can tell I'm reading a script, can't you? Because I can't change. Well, I already read it's there. And it's... And when I take my eyes off it, I get the question wrong, like with Jim Gordon. I need a teleprompter. Is that in the budget? No? Okay. Question 3 in sport, and this, as I said, this one was on a documentary on a streaming series. Chris Benoit killed his wife and his son before killing himself. But what sport was the Canadian famous for appearing in? No budget. Yeah, man. It's always the way. I've done enough Channel 5 documentaries in my time to know that there's no such thing as a budget. I'm used to being told no budget for that, mate. So question 3 again. Chris Benoit killed his wife and his son before killing himself. But for which sport was the Canadian most famous for? Oh, Sam, you're going to kick yourself if you don't get question 2. Can't really give you a clue. Can't think of another clue beyond what I'm giving you. I can give you the name of the victim, that's fair. Rena Steenkamp was the lady that the South African athlete killed. Maybe that'll spark a moment there for you. Who knows? Question 4. You can have, again, an educated guess, or even an uneducated guess will give you a 1 in 54 chance of getting this right. 2 days prior to the start of the 2010 African Nations Cup, which national side found their bus attacked by terrorists? Cue cards, that's the one. That's the one. Yep. Get some cue cards. So question 4 again. 2 days prior to the start of the 2010 African Nations Cup, which national side found their bus attacked by terrorists? So, like I said, you can narrow it down to 1 in 54. And question 5, the hardest question of the quiz. I'm sorry. Veer St. Ledger Gold, I think that's how you pronounce his surname, was convicted. What the copy I've sent across to Sam only has 1 O in, but there should be 2 O's in it. So start again better. Veer St. Ledger Gold was a convicted murderer, but before that, he found fame in which sport is still popular today during the Victorian era? Yeah, this is the hardest question in the quiz. Should I give someone 2 points if they get it right? Yeah, maybe. I won't. One more time for those at the back. The questions are up anyway. Thank you, Sam. Veer St. Ledger Gold was a convicted murderer, but before that, he found fame in which sport, still popular today, during the Victorian era? And when I say popular, I mean it's a mainstream sport, but would have been played in the Victorian era. Let's narrow it down a bit for you. Great name, Veer St. Ledger Gold. But obviously, not a great person. And that's sport. We're at league 4 rounds. We move on from sport. I don't like sport. We won't do us. There is no sport round next time. There is no sport round. Round 5 then will be history. At least it will be when we finished it. Oh. You can tell I'm a dad, can't you? Right, question 1 in round 5, history. Et tu, Brute, was of course a line uttered by Julius Caesar in Shakespeare's play of the same name. But which of his friends turned assassins was it aimed at? Oh no, they're dad jokes. Yeah, you've got to work with what you got to work with. So we'll go with question 1 again in history. Et tu, Brute, was of course a line uttered by Julius Caesar in Shakespeare's play of the same name, aimed at which of his friends turned assassins? Et tu, Brute. Again, my Latin's not great. Some would say my English isn't that great either. So apologies if I've not pronounced that correctly. I couldn't quite spring to that Eton education. Does it show? Staying with ancient Rome. Phrase I don't say. Staying with ancient Rome. Roughly how many Roman emperors were assassinated whilst in power? I'm going to give you some options. Was it A, 25, B, 35, or C, 45? Whatever way you cut it, that's a lot. That is a lot, isn't it? Whatever way you do that. I think that's roughly over the course of, what is it, 500 or so years? If that helps you make an educated guess. Staying, yeah, so going back to question 2, roughly how many Roman emperors, because they can't give it, I say roughly because they can't give an exact number, because obviously there's a little bit of grey over where some died of natural causes or were poisoned. So that's why I say roughly. So roughly how many Roman emperors were assassinated whilst in power? Was it A, 25, B, 35, or C, 45? It's a good question. Or is it? Is it a terrible question? Oh dear. Question 3, my favourite question in the quiz, because of the answer. Colonel Gaddafi, former Libyan dictator who came to a sticky end in 2011, was also famous for doing what in an interview with BBC's John Simpson? I mean, this is tenuously put in a crime quiz. Tenuously. Because what he did wasn't a crime. Yeah. It's famous, this is. So, question 3 in round 5, one more time. Colonel Gaddafi, former Libyan dictator who met a sticky end in 2011, was also famous for doing what in an interview with the BBC and John Simpson? I know this is history, and it's kind of modern history, but yeah. History was the start of this quiz. It just feels that way, actually, doesn't it? Yeah, ancient history. I'm sorry, dragging it out. So, round 5 history, question 4. Which political activist and anti-colonialist? Which political activist and anti-colonialist was assassinated in January 1948 and had the nickname of Bapu? So that's question 4 in history. Question 4 again. Which political activist and anti-colonialist who was assassinated in January 1948 had the nickname of Bapu? And on to the last question in the round. Just pause myself, sorry. No, I did that. Question 5. I would pause myself there. I'd pause myself on what I'm watching. I like to keep up with the comments. Question 5. Zoran Dindic. Again, sorry about the pronunciation. Zoran Dindic was the last European leader to be assassinated way back in 2003. But which European country was he leader of? Again, the name might give you a clue. Certainly puts it in a ballpark. Sam's put the answers up. And we'll roll again on that question. Question 5. Zoran Dindic was the last European leader to be assassinated in 2003. But which country, European country, was he the leader of? And that's round 5 done. One last round to go. Oh, you've made it, the 3 of you. So round 6 is called In the News. Hopefully you've been watching the news. I had to update one of the questions today because the news changed. I hope that that's obvious. I'll point it out anyway. But it just shows the constantly tweaking it. And I wasn't just doing my homework at the last minute, miss, I promise. Round 6 then is In the News. Question 1. Sir Reginald Sheffield made the news this month when Anthony Wilkes, 32, was convicted of trespassing and stealing his phone. But what I want to know is which former Prime Minister is he the father-in-law of? There you go. There we go. Well, we're up to 4 now, Caroline. I've just had a 50% a 33% increase on my viewing numbers. I want to believe. Oh, it's gone again. It's gone back down to 3. No, it's gone again. Okay, yeah, no, I don't believe. Question 1 on round 6 In the News. Sir Reginald Sheffield made the news this month when Anthony Wilkes, 32, was convicted of trespassing and stealing his phone. What I want to know is, which former Prime Minister is he the father-in-law of? Just give me a second. Shouting children. Sorry, being a parent. So that's question 1 in round 6. Question 2 in round 6, and this is the question that was updated today with brand new information. A sheep farmer was found guilty today of contaminating baby food in an effort to extort £1.4 million worth of cryptocurrency from which supermarket? Kids, yeah. They've been good the first 2 times. Today we've whipped them into a frenzy. They've been around me mum and dad's. And then we've took them, there's a little fun fair that's popped up just near where we live. So we've took them down there this afternoon. And down there full of candy floss donuts, hooker duck prizes, been on rides. So, I mean, yeah, we're going to be peeling them off the ceiling quite shortly, I'm sure. Get the brush down. Get down on you. Oh. Yes, very excitable. So question 2 again. A sheep farmer was found guilty today of contaminating baby food in an attempt to extort £1.4 million worth of cryptocurrency from which supermarket? The delay on what I'm seeing, I'm just seeing myself trying to sweep the floor, and it's just weird. Sweep the roof. That's question 2 in round 6. Question 3, and it's a crossover question. Could have gone into round 1, this one, because it features the fantastic Val McDermid. Val McDermid and Rowan Atkinson, he's back, he's already been in once, joined forces to tackle a bill that's being introduced by which country? And there you go. I'm always tired, Sam. Always tired. 3.5-year-old hasn't slept in 3.5 years. Probably 4 years. She's only 3.5. She doesn't do sleep. She wakes most night. And she likes to get, when she does wake up in the morning, she likes to sit there and like, until you can go into her and she's like, oh, you know, what's up? I can't get out of bed. You can. You just don't want to. I know. Kids, love them. Obviously, I do. So, question 3 again. Val McDermid and Rowan Atkinson joined forces to tackle a bill that's been introduced by which country? You're sleep. At least they sleep, Sam. They sleep. I'd trade. Two more questions to go. Question 4 in round 6, in the news, and this has been in the news a few times over the years. Morgan Geyser was unsuccessful in her appeal against her sentence of 40 years in a mental health facility after the near-fatal stabbing of a 12-year-old girl in Wisconsin, which was inspired by the fear of which fictional character? That's what I want to know. Famous case. Which fictional character was the inspiration behind it? Again, apologies if I didn't get a surname pronounced right, but not that many apologies really, because did a bad crime. So don't feel I owe you your name correct. That's just me. That's my way of getting back at you. Getting your name wrong. So question 4 again. Morgan Geyser was unsuccessful in an appeal against the sentence of 40 years in a mental health facility after the near-fatal stabbing of a 12-year-old girl in Wisconsin, which was inspired by which fictional character? Or inspired by fear of which fictional character, should I say? I mean, fear of this character. And do you know what that means, guys? We're about to do the last question. Round 6, question 5, question number 30 of the whole quiz. What was the name of the ex-Conservative MP convicted of 3 counts of sexual assault at the end of July? He was convicted at the end of July. He didn't just do the 3 counts then. I never say never with this story, government. Don't get political. It's so close to not getting political. Failed. Question 5 again, as the questions will be appearing shortly, I'm sure. What was the name of the ex-Conservative MP convicted of 3 counts of sexual assault at the end of July? And the questions, lo and behold, they appear. Wonderful. I'll give you all a couple of minutes. Gives me time to pop the answers up on the screen. Hope you enjoyed that one. Hope it was easier. Let me know if it was or wasn't. But I have a theme, if you'll let me back, for next month, which I will announce in the announce video. Yes, and we shall do that. But yeah, a couple more moments, and then we can get ready to do the answers. If anyone's missed any questions, they are up there. Sam's going to let us know when you might. I think, Sam, I think everyone's going to get their high score this week. Everyone's going to get their high score. That is my absolute honest belief. Not only did I make the questions easier, but I think we're all growing as a group, aren't we? We're all growing as a group. I did sit there this time and wonder if I'd already had some of these questions already. Because I didn't actually save the document from the first week's questions. I could have gone into the group and looked, but I didn't. And I was like, oh, did I think about asking this or did I ask this? Well, I just don't know. Oh, thank you, Caroline. So, shall we have some answers? Are you all ready? Right, round one, crime literature. I asked who was taking over from Lee Child. It is, of course, his brother, Andrew Child, or Andrew Grant, if you want to give him his non-pen name. But Andrew Child is the name he's going to go with on the books. Either is fine. You have a point for either there. Question 2. Announcing the new book later, earlier this month. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Later, earlier this month. Anyway, announcing his new book later is the master of horror himself, Stephen King. I think that might have been obvious. If you didn't know it for certain, and the supernatural elements and stuff, I think Killers from Beyond the Grave, that's King, isn't it? Yeah. Question 3, the Crime Writers Awards. It's the daggers, of course. Different daggers, including gold, the Ian Fleming steel. I've not seen my nomination letter yet. I guess they asked Hermes to deliver it. He's just been lost in the post. Always next year. I'll give you a half a mark for his brother. Yeah, I will absolutely do that. I'm happy to do that. Lost in the post. Hermes. I actually ended up doing one of those Angry from Manchester sort of news pieces from ITV News at the back end of last year after, I think it was Hermes, chucked a box of beer over our fence. I wasn't happy and I tweeted about it in ITV, like, do you want to call ITV and talk about it? I was like, yeah, I'll go and talk about it. And then just instead of being angry, just smiled like this all the way through the way I was talking to the camera, like, yeah, it's fine, no problem. Yeah, it was terrible. Sorry, ITV. Can't be trusted. Put a camera on me. No, I just, yeah. Stop being angry. Round 1, question 4. So the crime writing duo is James Patterson and Bill, I did not have relations, Clinton. They're back on the writing trail. I've got the first book on the bookcase somewhere. It's in a to-be read pile. But the lukewarm reviews have sort of stopped me from actually reading it. Do let me know if you've read it and it is actually good and it might prompt me to get around to it. But I heard it wasn't. So I'm just saying, one day. So question 5 then. All right, you all got this one, didn't you? Rebus, book 1. It's Knots and Crosses. I love a good pun in there as well. You know, you're doing the first book of the series, you're dropping a pun in the title. Oh, I've got nothing but respect for that. So that's round 1. Round 2 was TV. Rowan Atkinson had the lead role in The Thin Blue Line alongside a really rather good cast. Mina Anwar, James Dreyfus, and the ever excellent David Haig. He's just a fantastic actor. He was in Kill Bill. He was in Killing Eve recently. He's just brilliant in everything he does. Question 2 in round 2. Traffic Cops is the long-running TV show. And a great show it is, especially series 15, 16, and the first part of series 20. And I think they had some of the best talent in the TV industry working for them. Question 3. CTU is the unit that Jack Bauer works with or for, counter-terrorist unit. 24, the greatest TV show ever made. God damn it. I would get into an argument about that, but we're running out of time. 24. Call my eldest Jack because I'm so in love with Jack Bauer. That is God's honest truth, it was one of the first things I said to my now wife when we got together was, if we have kids and we have a son, he's called Jack, because I love Jack Bauer. And that's why he's called Jack. It's not a lie. That's what happened. She agreed. That's why I married her. Question 4 in round 2. James Gandolfini was originally lined up to play lawyer John Stone. Unfortunately, of course, he passed. After his death, Robert De Niro was next in line, but he couldn't be scheduled in to make it work, and John Turturro took over and was excellent. It's a really good show, well worth watch. And at some point, I'm going to watch the British version as well, because I hear that's really good as well. And finally, round 2, question 5. Albert Dryden killed Harry Collinson in a dispute over, well, Britain, so it was a planning dispute. Excavators were moved in to tear down his house, so if you put planning dispute, destroy his house, anything like that. Do so. It was an illegally built house, and he stood there on live TV with a revolver and then just shot him in the stomach. He also shot a police officer, a solicitor, and the BBC News reporter. Yeah, all live on. I don't know if it was live, but it was definitely filmed on TV. Round 3, music. And as Caroline said, there are a number of answers to this question, and I forgot about that when I wrote the question. I thought it's a really easy question, but it's not, is it? I've completely confused myself. So, well done, Caroline, got a TV one right. Awesome. So the Clash originally did it. Clash did it in 1977, but it was the Crickets originally, wasn't it? Who did the original version? And are there any other versions that I've forgotten? Do let me know. But I can just think of the Crickets and the Clash. I'll give you a point for either. If someone's got an argument about another version, hey, let me know. I'll make a decision. Music to be Murdered by the 11th album by a controversial rapper. Of course, that's Eminem. Do you get more controversial than Eminem? I'm guessing not. Okay, so question 3. The outlaw cowboy Johnny Cash did his prison concert, spent time inside. One of the times inside was where he wrote Starkville City Jail. That time inside, he'd been arrested for picking flowers. The final charge was trespass. That was what the owner of the land pressed for. But yes, he was arrested picking flowers on private property. Badass. There you go. If you put trespass or picking flowers, if you need that little nugget, I'll take either answer. That's fine. You know, that's cool. Question 4. Ian Watkins is, of course, the heinous individual we're talking about. Not to be confused with the other Ian Watkins, which is H from Steps. Makes terrible music, but isn't a sex offender. And if you got the two mixed up, you've got the wrong Ian Watkins, mate. And finally, Jim Gordon. Question 5. Jim Gordon killed his mother, but what instrument did he play? If ever you get asked this question again, it's always a safe bet, because everyone knows the biggest nutters in any band are the drummers. And yes, Jim Gordon played the drums, not just for Derek and the Dominoes, played for a lot of famous artists, including Traffic, Joe Cocker, and the legendary Frank Zappa. Sadly, he developed schizophrenia, which was misdiagnosed as alcoholism, because he was in a band and was, obviously partying way too hard. And then he claimed a voice in his head told him to kill his mother. That was back in 1983, and he's still inside now because he's been denied parole 10 times, I believe it is. Still considered a danger because he doesn't take his medication. Sad story. Round 4 was sports. He went for robbery, did Sam, drug possession. No, he just picked flowers, the old Johnny Cash. Everyone thinks he's a badass, but he just wanted to get his flower pressing done. Round 4, sport. Bruno Fernandes das Torres de Silva was from Brazil. He arranged for the killing, and he said what happened after he was released for a short time and was given the chance to restart his career. And his quote was, "What happened happened. I made a mistake, a serious one. But mistakes happen in life. I'm not a bad guy. People try to bury my dreams because of one mistake, but I ask God for forgiveness. So I'm carrying on my career, dude." He was later sent back to jail when they realised they should never let him out. And he resides there still to this day. What happened happened. That is never it. Killed you what? He killed your ex-girlfriend, mate. What happened happened. Question 2. Did you get it, Sam? Oh, you should have stuck with that, Brazil. Question 2. Did you get it then, Sam? The athlete. Ah, Susan changed it. Everyone started. Look, there's no trick questions in this. Oh, you didn't get it. Okay, so Blade Runner, South African, killed his girlfriend, Rena Steenkamp, Oscar Pistorius. Wait for Sam's reaction there. She's probably swearing at the screen right now. As we wait, question 3. Chris Benoit was a famous wrestler. His crimes and subsequent death sparked a huge controversy surrounding both the use of steroids and headshots within wrestling and the brain damage that can cause. And it has changed the face of professional wrestling ever since, but terrible, terrible crimes nonetheless. Question 4. In 2010, it was the Togo national side that was attacked by Angolan separatists on their way to the African Cup of Nations. 3 people were killed, 9 people were injured, including some of the players. And question 5, my favourite question, the hardest question of the quiz, sorry. Vincent Gold was an Irish champion tennis player. He made 1 Wimbledon final actually in 1879, which he lost. He and his wife were convicted of murdering a woman that they owed money to. Gold was sent to Devil's Island, famous, of course, from the books by Henry Charrier, Papillon, where he later committed suicide. His wife originally was convicted as well and sentenced to death, which was later commuted. Gold did try and take all the credit for the murder himself, but they obviously didn't believe him. And his wife got a harsher sentence, and then that was commuted to life, and she died of typhoid in jail, I believe. Round 5, history. Et tu, Brute, and you, Brutus. Yes, it was a line delivered to Marcus Junius Brutus, or Brutus. It's a line solely from the book. It seems to have existed as a sort of fake fact, but it wasn't actually what he said. No one's actually sure what he said, but it's believed to have been K su teknon. Again, apologies for pronunciation, which means you too, child. Which is close, but yeah. And staying in ancient Rome. Roughly 35 emperors were killed. As I said, it's not possible to say exactly. There are a couple where the cause of death isn't completely clear, but that's more than 1 every 20 years. We're going to get political. Question 3. Gaddafi executed after the Libyan revolution. But before that, he carried out an now infamous interview with the BBC's John Simpson, where, yes, he spent most of the interview breaking wind. That's what I was looking for. He broke wind. However you want, whatever term you would like to ascribe to that action, that's what he did. Question 4. Bapu, anti-colonialist and activist, assassinated in January 1948 by a Hindu fundamentalist in India, was of course Mahatma Gandhi. And finally, Zoran Dindic was the leader of Serbia and Montenegro. I'll accept Serbia. That's fine. Shot on the orders of the former chief of the secret police in Serbia, who was worried about Dindic's plans to clean up crime, organised crime within the country. Can't think why that would be the chief of the secret police. And finally, we're on to round 6 in the news. Question 1. So Reginald Sheffield is the father-in-law of David Cameron. That's Sam Cam's dad. In the news, question 2. Today's news. The sheep farmer, one Mr. Nigel Wright, was trying to blackmail Tesco. Question 3, kind of obviously with Val being involved, the country that they're trying to fighting against the law is Scotland, where there are worries about a hate crime bill, which Val, Rowan, and a number of other celebrities fear might stifle free speech. Number 4, Slenderman was the main reason behind the crime committed by Morgan Kaiser and her accomplice Anissa Wire. The 2 attackers believed they didn't kill someone. Slenderman was going to kill their parents. a fictional character who wasn't going to kill their parents. And finally, question 5. The ex-Tory MP is Charlie Elphick. You might remember calling himself a naughty Tory. He will be sentenced in September. I will say nothing more on the matter. Don't be political. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the quiz. I hope you've done well. Let's I'm just watching to see any reactions, flickering in at the bottom there. But yes, thank you very much for joining me this evening. There will be another one soon, it would appear, and it will be themed. I will announce that theme near the time, so you can all do some research. But yes, hope you've enjoyed it tonight. I've certainly enjoyed sitting here with you for an hour or so, and we shall see you all soon. I'll just wait to see what people are saying. Is anyone going to say how they did? Oh, it's not good when they say nothing, is it? Everyone's like, oh, I don't want to be the first to say. I got 29, I got 30. We're all in that ballpark. 7. Okay. 13 and a half. Yeah, he's nearly double Sam's score, Carol. Don't be knocking that. Any more for any more? But anyway, thank you all. I shall let you all go and enjoy it. Remember, you can catch up with this quiz at any time. If you're just joining us now, you can start it from the beginning, watch it on the YouTube link that will be provided shortly. And I shall see you all. Let me have a quick look. The next one that I can do, if we're free, will be the 24th of September. So I look forward to seeing you all then. And have a lovely evening. Take care. Good night.